Hello, YouTube. Here's our our fucking character tier list. Let's fucking go. We've got a lot of bias. We've got a lot of shit happening. We've got a lot of fucking... Okay, first characters. First, let's talk characters. Apollyon first. I hate Apollyon. So this is already very biased off the start. I'm very biased because everything... I don't know. You guys definitely remember the Apollyon run to Beast, right? I don't like Apollyon. I'm debating whether he's C or D tier. He has the potential, but I hate him. Apollyon runs are hella boring. That's the main thing. Apollyon runs are hella boring. They're really fucking boring, dude. Like, they are so fucking boring. And even when you press spacebar half the time, it's like, range up, which isn't fucking good. But, like, it can get busted. Void is a good item, and I like getting it occasionally, even when you get it on, like, other characters and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Void in and of itself is not bad, but Apollyon, I don't like Apollyon that much. I'll put him on C tier for now. We might have to revisit some of these as we start putting other things in different tiers, but just as a start, Apollyon's definitely not going higher than C. Fuck this guy. I really do not like Apollyon, and I've had so many bad experiences with him too. The fucking Beast Run, for starters. That famous fucking Beast Run that took us, like, literally 30 minutes to beat. Fucking Azazel, I think, is definitely an easy S. You're right. Very good starting potential already, and it can just get busted later on. You're not limited to black hearts either. You can actually get regular red hearts, which are, like, the lifeblood of a lot of rigging in the game. Flight and Mini Brim is wild for start. Exactly. Very fucking strong. Probably any character with Flight is not going below B, you know? Except for maybe, I mean, even Lost and Tainted Lost are actually fun. I actually like those characters a lot. Yeah, Azazel, I would probably put an S tier. Even with the range down, like range being down. But yeah, I think Azazel, S tier, pretty solid place to put him. I'd say one of the best characters in the game for sure. The start is just too good, you know? Early Brimstone, even if it's short ranged, it's still Brimstone. You can have regular hearts as well, not limited to black hearts. Flight, and just really strong overall. I'd put him in S tier. Azazel is definitely goated. Yeah. Bethany. Bethany is interesting. I like Bethany a lot. Even the thing that kind of breaks her for me, though, I mean, I like her mechanic. It's Book of Virtues, right? That's the name of her item. Yeah, I was thinking A. I think the whole not being able to protect your red hearts and potentially missing out on angel deals and shit is the only thing that doesn't put her in S tier for me. Book of Virtues can have a lot of combinations, and the fact that you start off with it and then start off with angel deals as well, which are arguably better deals than devil deals, is really good to me, you know? I think she's really strong just because of that, but I think the whole not being able to protect your red hearts takes her down from S tier for me. And also, if you just don't get spacebar items or good spacebar items, then Book of Virtue kind of loses value, you know? So it's a little bit dependent on the items you get, especially the spacebar items, but overall, Bethany is really good. You gotta be super careful, exactly. You gotta not take much damage to be able to maintain your angel deal chances. I think Bethany in A tier is good for now. Then we have Blue Baby. Blue Baby is an interesting one. Blue Baby is one of those characters that can't have regular red hearts. Yeah, Blue Baby, I don't like the character much. Starts off with poop, or, you know, best item in the game, of course, but even that doesn't save the character. I think any character that is limited from having red hearts is already having a step down from being able to be S or A tier, probably. Just because red hearts are like the lifeblood of being able to rig and stuff like that. Why is your boy in C tier? That's personal, but Apollyon has just never been a good character for me. We have the famous Beast Run that lasted like it took 30 minutes just to kill the Beast because of the fact that Apollyon is just dog water. Didn't put him in D tier though, because he does have potential with Void, but for the most part, all my Apollyon runs have been pretty fucking mid to low. I think Tainted Apollyon is still better than Apollyon, though. I like Tainted Apollyon. I'll tell you that much. But we'll get to him when we get to him, for sure. If I have no way to get Soul Hearts with Blue Baby, I'm kind of fucked. Yeah. But it's still doable. And I've had some good Blue Baby runs, for sure. I remember back when I was playing Blue Baby, like, way before, like, definitely not this year, but, like, I remember Blue Baby being such a pain. And, like, nowadays, I find a much easier time playing the character. You can't lose Devil or Angel chances, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another benefit, for sure, because it's all Soul Hearts. And Blue Baby is kind of strong, not that bad. I am debating whether I should put him in B or C tier, because that whole not losing Devil deal chance or Angel deal chance is really good. If you play your cards right, which, you know, I'm always playing my cards right, of course. He's pretty good. He's not that bad. No unique gimmick. That's not wrong. Yeah. It's either high C or low B for me. I'm gonna put him high C. I'm gonna put him above Apollyon. Because I do think Blue Baby is just, I don't know, he's not that bad. Every character so far has a gimmick, yeah, except for Blue Baby. Blue Baby's just, I am dead. Lamau. I cannot fucking breathe air. I am not gonna have red hearts ever. You stupid fuck. Alright, yeah, we have Cain. Cain is definitely one of my favorite characters. I think I'm already gonna fucking put him in S tier. He's literally my favorite character, pretty much. I need to decide whether to put him above or below Azazel, is the thing. I'd say probably below Azazel, although he is just pretty strong and good as well. Starts off with higher speed, has luck, I think, as well. Once you've got it unlocked, the whole hairpin and stuff, PhD for free as well. Very good character in total. But he doesn't have flight, which is a little bit, you know, below Azazel. And also, you know, while his damage is good to start with, he doesn't have Brimstone. Doesn't have Brimstone, doesn't have flight. But he is still very good. So I think I'd put him right behind Azazel in S tier, because I like him a lot. He's a very good character for sure. Access to free gold chests, to, you know, higher speed at the start, to higher luck, to free PhD. It's all very good. So I would say that he's very good character. But yeah, I think Cain is sitting solid here at S tier behind Azazel. Eden's so reliant on RNG. Very true. Eden can be good or can be bad. It's very much just average. Like it can be fucking giga or it can be dog shit dog water. But it's an interesting character. I mean, the Eden token mechanic isn't that bad when you've played long enough. I mean, I think I have like 200 Eden tokens at this point. It's fucking ball and chilling. Yeah, I probably have like 300 or something like that at this point. But I'm thinking of putting Eden in B. I like the, you know, like, you know, the randomization is fucking balling. I kind of like that a lot. Roguelike the character, you know? I like him in B tier. I like Eden in B tier. Just because, you know, it can be a bad start, but even then, it's just a really cool gimmick, and I like it a lot, and I kind of like Eden. I definitely put Eden above both of these little shits. So I'm going to put Eden in B. I'm going to put Eden in B. Eve, I love Eve. Eve is a very good character. Love using the take damage, get soul hearts, especially when you have Razor Blade. Starting Eve without the unlocks is pretty fucking hard. But when you have Razor Blade and shit, like, this is from a perspective of Dead God, considering we just got Dead God, by the way. Yeah, just got Dead God. That'll probably be a video at some point talking about the fact that we have Dead God. Eve, when everything's fully unlocked, I'm either debating high A or low S tier. Horror Babylon effect is very strong. I like the character a lot. You like Tainted Eve more? I do like Tainted Eve a lot as well. But regular Eve is just really, really strong in my opinion, especially when you get stuff like Swallowed Penny, like your life savings, the piggy bank, stuff that does a lot of like damage interaction, and maybe like a reliable health source like Lil Chat or stuff like that. The run can get kind of busted. Eve, I am going to put, I think Eve we're going to put, I'm debating whether high A or low S. That's the question. I don't know though. High A or low S. It's better than, Eve is better than Bethany in my eyes, for sure. But is it good enough to be on the S tier with Cain and Azazel? I don't think so. I think I'm going to put Eve in A, top A, for the time being. We'll probably revisit this at the end. I like Eve a lot. I like this character a lot. Eve is very fun. Interactions with taking damage are plentiful in the game for sure. So they're very beneficial if you've got, you know, a lot of stuff working for you. Alright, let's look at Forgotten. Forgotten, I think, is definitely an S. Now, the question is, where in the S tier is it going? I think it's above Cain for sure. Like, just Bone Club, already very strong. You get Flight with a secondary character that you can just bring out whenever. Just really strong fucking potential, you know? It's very powerful. Regular Forgotten is still very good. Regular Forgotten, Bone Club, very strong. Can pretty much play the entire game with just this little bone fuck, and then the soul comes out whenever needed and has regular tiers and is still very strong too. The fact that he can only have bone hearts, can never lose Devil Deal chance, pretty fucking strong as well. Puts him in contender for definitely above Cain. I'm debating whether he's better than Azazel too though. That's the thing. I'm gonna put him behind Azazel. Isaac is an A only because of D6. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a kind of easy one. Now, where in A is the question. Low A? He has so much potential with reroll though. Reroll is just really strong. It can do a bunch of shit, you know. Like we can do a lot of shit in secret rooms. We can do a lot of shit in angel deals, devil deals, and stuff like that. Choose your own destiny kind of shit. I think he's better than Bethany. I don't know. Is he better than Bethany? That is a question. Gotta think about that. I like Isaac. I love having the D6. You've convinced me. We'll put Isaac low A. We'll put Isaac behind Bethany. All right, now, Judas. I like Judas a lot. I think Judas can definitely be A tier, I think. That low health start is already just like a detriment to him, but the Book of Belial start is really strong too. Judas is high risk, high reward. I'd like to put him, I gotta think about it. Also book starter like Bethany. We're not going to talk about this one. We're not. I think we can all agree that D is the tier for this fucker. This pair of fuckers right here, Jacob and Hitbox. So I don't think we need to talk about them much. I hope you agree. All right. There we go. Now we can actually decide a little bit better. Okay, Judas I think is an A tier. I like Judas a lot. High risk, high reward, big damage off the start. Just get some HP and you're good. I'm gonna put him ahead of Isaac. But yeah, I think Judas here in A tier is probably a good idea. Keeper. I'm gonna say Keeper is B in my head right now. Regular Keeper at least. I like the triple shot start, but yeah, he's just the coin health mechanic can be really detrimental, which can be a little scary. Oh, Tainted or Keeper has to buy double deals, right? I think Keeper in B tier is probably the play. I think Keeper is still definitely cool. Probably better than these two. Not as good as Eden. I would put it behind Eden for sure. Keeper's decent. Yeah, Keeper's decent. Not amazing, but decent. So I think we can all agree on that. Wooden Penny's kind of okay. I kind of forgot he had Wooden Penny too. But yeah, that's fine. We'll keep him at B tier here. Lazarus. Lazarus has an extra life. Laz is A. Yeah, extra life. But yeah, Laz, I think I'm going to put in A behind Isaac. I think it's either low A or high B. Because he does have an extra life, which makes him pretty good. And he starts with a pill. Yeah, he gets an extra life every floor. I'm kind of thinking he might be high B. Because, I mean, most of the time I don't end up ever using the extra life. Because you don't want to die when you've got like a situation with a lot of health. I'm liking the look of this tier list so far. It's kind of coming together a little bit. Nothing's in D tier yet. We will definitely put things in D tier soon at some point. I mean, realistically, I think Jacob and Hitbox are probably just going to be... I don't think we're ending up putting much in D tier. Lilith. We've got Lilith now. I like Lilith a lot. I think Lilith's just a really good character. I don't think Lilith is good enough for S, but I think Lilith is high A. I like Lilith a lot. Even if she's blindfolded and can't use her own tiers, being able to do stuff with Box of Friends is really good. She can get very strong. Lilith is also just very good in greed mode as well, but that's like a separate contention. But I like Lilith a lot. Maybe not top of A tier. Maybe not top of A tier. I don't know if Lilith is top of A. I think Lilith is probably... I think this is good. Lilith being behind Eve fits in my head canon, in my thoughts here. The Lost. Okay. The regular Lost doesn't have the added benefit of not being able to of like the limited item pool that takes out stuff like HP ups and stuff like that. He's really good with Holy Mantle and the Eternal D6. He's really good. We're getting a lot of build up in A tier. We're probably at the end of this gonna have to like edit this a little bit, but yeah, Eternal D6 is really good. Even so, I kind of want to put Lost at the top of B tier. Just because of the fact you can get so many shit items that do nothing for him. Lost gets free double deals. That's true. But even then, I don't know. It's either high B or low A. You lose out on being able to do a lot of, like, you know, trading health related things in the game, which is the lifeblood of a lot of rigging, a lot of, like, you know, making yourself stronger throughout the game, which is one thing that kind of, like, throws me off from putting him in A tier. You can't do stuff like blood donation machines. You can't do stuff like sacrifice rooms. You can't do stuff like that. And he's just really risky. I'm going to put him top of B. I'm going to leave him top of B for now. We'll revisit this at the end. He's pretty risky. I'm going to leave him top of B. I think that's a good spot for him. We'll revisit it in a bit. Magdalene. Magdalene is nice because of Yumheart and high health start, but she's also slow. Her whole gimmick is trying to go for devil deals. I think B is probably a good spot to put her. Now the question is where to put her in B. Because her gimmick is nice, but it's not like out of this world. And She's just okay to play. Below Judas is an interesting thing to say. Maggie, I think, is B. I think Maggie goes here. We're gonna have to revisit this. I feel like she should go either here or here. I think here is better. No, she has a lot of potential with stuff like sacrams and stuff like that. I'm gonna leave her there. Yeah, no, I think Maggie stays above Lazarus. You know, in fact, I think this is good. No, I don't know. Now I'm debating it. She has a lot of potential with stuff like blood donations and stuff like that, which is why I want to put her maybe even above the Lost. The thing is, are you really using that bonus life per floor every time? I barely, if ever, use that bonus life. I'm pretty sure, from my understanding, it takes away your fucking hearts that you've built up. It only gives you a certain amount of hearts. You lose one heart container and then you get damage up. Yeah, the damage is permanent. I've never really used that. Dead God, by the way. Yeah, okay. I see the point. I'll put Maggie below Laz. All right, Samson. Benefits from taking damage. One big mechanic in the game that is very beneficial most of the time. Yeah, I'm thinking Samson's probably a low A or like top of B. It's pretty much the same, like a benefit of taking damage like Maggie, but he doesn't have a reliable way to heal. I might even put him B, like, behind Laz, because it also only lasts the floor. I don't think he's A. I'm going to say here. Behind Laz, ahead of Maggie. Now, we are on to the Tainted characters. This is our regular characters already put into the tier list. Take a moment to think about it. This will probably be getting modified by the end of this. Later, once we have everyone in, we'll start debating if everything's good in the way that it is. I think Tainted Apollon's probably like a B or an A in my eyes. I like Tainted Apollon more than regular Apollon, which I know is weird. A lot of people don't. But yeah, I like Tainted Apollon. I think Tainted Apollon is pretty good. Question is where to put him. He is a summon, kind of like Bethany, but not as good as Bethany. Or maybe as good as Bethany. I don't know. I'm going to put him behind Bethany in A. Now, Tainted Azazel. Definitely not as good as regular Azazel. The sneeze into Little Brimstone is pretty good. Tainted Azazel's okay. Not great. I don't like Tainted Azazel that much, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Tainted Azazel's A. Tainted Azazel is a strong character. It's either low A or high B. Is he good enough to be behind Isaac? Or is he just ahead of the Lost? That is the question. I'm not sure how to answer it. Yeah, I don't think he's good enough to be an A. I think the highest B is good. Tainted Bethany. Tainted Bethany's interesting. The gimmick is kind of neat, you know, you can create items. The items can disappear, though. Where am I going to put Tainted Cain? God, It's a hard choice. I really actually don't know. Is she better than regular Bethany is the thing. She's really cool. She might be an S. She is my child. You got to check on your child then, bro. She's summoning random shit. Yeah, fuck it. I think she can go there, above Cain. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You can just get a bunch of secret room items as well. Kind of good. Kind of good. I like it. I like it a lot. The only thing about Tainted Bethany is she can't have regular hearts. But that means that her fuel is actually really abundant. But her health resources are not. That's what's kind of making me think now. Is she S or is she top of A? We'll think about that one. We'll think about that one. Okay, I'll leave Tainted Bethany here. Tainted Blue Baby. I don't like the character that much, but I don't think it deserves to be in D. He's ass. He is shitting out his ass. He's definitely not an A or B. The question is C or D. I really don't like this character. I don't like this character. At all. I had such a shit time playing him. Because he is shit. He is literally eating shit. I think he deserves to be in D. You know what? Yeah, I don't think he deserves D. But I would want to put him somewhere here, I think. I don't know. I'm actually kind of shitting on him too hard, I think. I'm gonna do a swap here. I'm gonna do a swap here. Go to the front. Okay. I think this swap is acceptable. I think Keeper was too high up in B. Tainted Blue Baby, I think bottom of B is fine. Regular Keeper being top of C is fine with me. Tainted Cain. This is what I'm gonna put in D. Just because of the fact that every run ends up being 2 hours. Because you have to fucking rig it every time. It doesn't feel fun to play this character regularly and just fucking decide, okay, I'm not going to actually, like, think about it. Like, if you want to actually have fun with the character, you'd have to fucking literally sit there. But yeah, I'm putting Cain at D. Tainted Eden. Tainted Eden has an interesting mechanic that I don't know if you guys had heard about. I read it on a Reddit post about infected versus infectious items. I don't know if I'm quoting it fully correctly, but basically, if you pick up an item immediately from the room that you get it from, there's like this whole thing where like if you pick it up in the room that you got it from, it becomes an infectious item, I think. Basically, every other item that comes after it will assume that item pool. And then if you leave the room and come back, it's an infected item, so it will assume the item room of the previous ones before it. Something like that. Basically, like, you pick up an item immediately from its room, it is infectious and makes every other item you pick up after it, when it gets re-rolled, be re-rolled from that item room's pool. So let's say, I think the example was, you have your item room and you have shop items in like the second floor or some shit like that. And then you go pick up an angel deal. You pick up the angel deal immediately from picking it up, and it is an infectious item. So basically, you come back to the other items, and they will also be re-rolled into angel room items when you get hit as Tainted Eden. I think that was the description pretty much. So you can kind of rig it a little bit. Kind of like entering and leaving rooms when you find items and stuff like that. And basically force them to be re-rolled into certain item pools to make your items better. It's pretty interesting. I never actually knew that. Even so, I'm going to put Tainted Eden top of C. I think that's a good place for Tainted Eden. Alright. Tainted Eve. Very good character. Like Tainted Eve a lot. I think this is an S tier. The question is, where in the S tier? I think ahead of Cain. But behind Bethany. Because she's also a summoner, but she requires her own health. Yeah, I think Tainted Eve here is acceptable. I like Tainted Eve a lot. Tainted Eve is one of my favorite characters. Tainted Forgotten. Top of A. Because of the jankiness of having to throw around the fucking body. Yeah, free curse rooms, yeah, shit like that. Free contact damage, that sort of shit. But, like, it's a little fucking jank. Tainted Isaac. B, I think. I'm seeing him somewhere in the middle of B. I like the ability of being able to freely reroll with batteries and shit. Choosing how often you can reroll and shit. Instead of just getting a choice between two items and then only being able to pick up 8 total. Here. I think Tainted Isaac is going to go right there. Between Lazarus and Samson. I mean, you got, like, the main break that I know with Tainted Isaac is you get rock bottom. And you just don't really have to worry about leaving items behind too much because you keep the stats up from them. Limited items is very cringe. Yes. That's why I think that he's B. I'm going to leave him there. Tainted Jacob. I'm going to put him above Tainted Cain. For the sole reason that if you learn how to maneuver Dark Esau, he can kill shit for you. But you have to be rushed all the fucking time. If no flight terrain can fuck you so badly, yeah. It's a very stressful character. We're getting into some very debatable ones now. I'm kind of debating whether he should really be in D. He's actually not that bad, considering that you can really, like, insta-kill shit with him. Yeah. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him near the top of C, actually. He has a lot of potential, considering you play your cards right. And you just learn to dodge Dark Esau. Tainted Judas. Tainted Judas, I think, is an A. Now, just where in A is the question. I think the fact that he can just run through shit. I think I'm putting him closer to the high end of A. Where exactly is the question. I think better than Lilith. Is he better than Tainted Forgotten? I think here. I think right there. I think that's good. Right behind Tainted Forgotten. I think that's good. Alright, Tainted Keeper. Tainted Keeper is really pretty good. I think Tainted Keeper is definitely an S. Gets a fuck ton of money. Where in S is the question. I think above Cain. I think right there. Tainted Keeper literally just, like, makes a fuck ton of money. In bosses, it's tricky. Yeah, that's the main thing. I think the only reason I have Cain in S tier is just because he's my favorite character. Tainted Laz. I really don't like Tainted Laz that much. Hard to decide at this point now. I think Tainted Laz is somewhere B or C. Where is the question. Better than Tainted Jacob. Worse than Tainted Eden? I think that's the play. Why not? I mean, Flip is good. I'm going to put him at the top of C. I'm going to say that it's like this. I think this is set. Tainted Lilith is S tier. Tainted Lilith is S tier. I just don't know where to put her, but I think she's going to go here. I'm actually even debating putting her above regular for gore. She's really strong, Tainted Lilith. Nah, I'm putting her in third. I'll leave her there. Tainted Lost. You know, as much as I hate to say it, Tainted Lost is strong. Tainted Lost is really strong. It's just a matter of this character fucking sucks to play. Yeah, this character sucks, but he's also really strong. He's got a lot of high damage. It's just a matter of you take one hit, you're already fucking stressing for the entire rest of the run. I think C might be the play. I think this is good. Tainted Maggie. I think it's like near top of A. Not necessarily an S character, but really fucking strong. Where in A is the question. She can be really stressful near the end. I think I'll put her behind Tainted Judas. And then we have Tainted Samson, who I think is an S tier. I think that's our tier list. For now, we'll see if we modify anything right now that it is completed. Now let's look through. S tier, I kind of like how it's organized. I like keeping Cain at the end just because, like, you know, like he's kind of like a normal guy, but he's just like pretty good, and I also really like him. He's my favorite character. All right, A tier. Eve is really strong. I like where she is. Do I like Tainted Judas here? I actually don't really like Tainted Judas that much. Do I want to keep him here, or do I want to put him somewhere else? This is calling to me. And then this. I'm kind of making some modifications now that I'm looking at the comparisons between characters in their respective tiers. I think Tainted Apollyon at the end of A is probably good, because realistically, all he's got really is a locus. Judas and Tainted Judas being next to each other is actually pretty fucking funny. I think A tier is set. B tier, I think, is set. C tier is the one that I think I have to think about. I think that's good. You little fuck. I think I like this. I think I like how it is. I don't want to modify it anymore. I think it's good like this. I think this is our tier list. I think this is our character tier list. I like it a lot. Look at it. Behold its glory. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is based on Dead God file being completed, playing these characters, how good they are. I think I'm satisfied. I think it was very good. This is good. Thank you for putting in some input for that tier list.